Hi guys, this is Jake with Meister Exotics. We had clutch number 10 laid today, so I thought I'd walk you guys through the process we use to pull them and get them set up, get them logged. First thing you'll see in front of you is the tub with vermiculite, a light diffuser, the lid, ID card, etc. As for vermiculite, we use it's called Stay Green. I believe we get it from maybe Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart, one of those places, really easy to get. Usually just buy a bunch of bags and use it up. It's worked really well for us for the past few years. As for the mixture, being that we use the light diffuser, if I were to squeeze on this vermiculite, it would drip a ton. And that's for several reasons. Number one being that I don't use any kind of plastic on the inside. The lid is not airtight, which I like. I think that it's much better for the eggs to have some air movement rather than to just have it get stale. And the eggs actually sit on top of the light diffuser rather than the vermiculite, so they never come in contact with it. So I've never had any trouble with mold, being that we mix it so wet. You see people out there that will mix it kind of dry, add water as it goes on, or even incubate with no vermiculite at all, just use some PVC couplings with a light diffuser and put the eggs on it, which is fine if that's what you like. This is how we've done it. This has worked for us, so that's how we'll continue to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff moved off, and we'll check out the eggs. Alright, so you'll see this was an Enchi to a normal, just trying to make some really nice Enchi females for me to hold back. I'm going to sacrifice my typical order of taking pictures for you guys. So the first thing you'll see that we do, we've got our ID card. This is Ball Python 2014 clutch number 10. We've got the sire on there, a 2012 Enchi, the only one we've got. The dam was a normal. This is female number 11. I don't have a year on her. I actually got her as an adult. I write down the lay date, the hatch date, and on the bottom I'll write how many eggs there are once we get her pulled. So when we're going to go ahead and pull the female, I see a lot of people that use rags or paper towels, and really they're kind of scared to get bit by the snake. Realistically, guys, it's a ball python. Just go ahead and get the head. You want to unwrap the tail. This one actually laid on top of the bedding, so we want to be really careful not to let those roll. I'll go ahead and put her in a different spot. And so now we've just got the eggs. So what I'll go ahead and do now is I'll take my pen, I'll just draw a little X on top. That'll help me in several ways when I pull them out of here. If one rolls, that'll allow me to tell where it's supposed to be. If in incubation I move tubs around a lot, as stuff is born, I move it up towards the top of the incubator, just to cycle through to keep myself on top of what's coming when. And every once in a while you'll bump a tub, or it'll slip a little bit and you'll have an egg roll, and this will help me to see exactly where the top was after she was done laying it. And at this point I would take pictures of the eggs, as well as the eggs with the ID card, so I can reference back which female had so many eggs, so I can tell if I ever go to sell that female, or when I'm planning out for next year, I can see how many eggs she gave me, how many slugs she gave me, etc. So next up, we'll go ahead and grab our tub with the vermiculite. I've already got it mixed up. I don't know if it shows on camera, but when I push on it, it's really, really sloshy, really soggy, which is exactly how I like to do it. So we'll go ahead and grab up these eggs. They're pretty well stuck together, which is very nice. That one just came undone, so we'll leave that one out for now. At this point, they're still pretty soft. She just got done laying them probably 15 minutes ago. I caught her in the act starting to lay them, and I actually videotaped her finishing laying them. So we'll just go ahead and set those there. Now, I don't think that one is going to touch the lid. I take that back. It is going to touch the lid, so we're going to go ahead and pull that one off. And when you pull them apart, especially at this point, it's very, very easy. They're still very soft. They come apart pretty easy, just like when you go to pull them apart when they're getting ready to hatch. Just real gentle. I'm actually going to use those two to prop up the rest of them. See, that one rolled. If I didn't put an X on it, I might not have known where it went. Alright, real quick, I'm going to grab, this is a little trick I use. Some people use straws. We actually got these at a crafting place. And what these are is, these are for making wedding cakes, to hold the levels together as platforms, etc. They work really, really well. They're plastic, clean up really nicely. So I'm just gonna, I mixed it up really wet, so this is gonna be a tough one. Go ahead and there we go, there's a nice firm spot. Make sure that one's nice and anchored so it's not going to roll when I put it in the incubator. Do the same with that side. These two are stuck together so they're not going to go anywhere. So there we have that. And again, I'll go ahead and take pictures of the eggs in the container here. Pictures of eggs with the ID card so I can reference back. You know, strange things happen. You could pull a clutch out and then an ID card will have fallen off the tub, and this, I can pull this up and just see exactly which clutch this ID card goes with. So at this point we're just going to cover it up. ID card goes on top, and in the incubator it goes. If you guys want to see how we incubate eggs, there's actually another video up on this channel about how we use a stand-up incubator, a stand-up freezer that we converted into an incubator. You can see exactly how we made it, exactly how it's used, how it's heated, the measures we've taken to insulate it to ensure maximum efficiency. And at this point I'll go ahead and put these in the incubator. The female will get wiped down. I don't do washing with soap and water. I'll do Chlorohex on a paper towel and kind of wipe her down to get the smell off. I do take this tub and I'll switch it with a different snake, totally different snake. I'll wipe it out, clean it, new bedding. A different snake will go in here, and she will go into a tub with a snake that has not, or she will go into the tub of a snake that has not laid this season, so there will be no egg smell at all. And I just started this a couple clutches ago, and I've had much better luck getting females to come back on food 1 or 2 weeks after laying, which is obviously what you really want, so you can get them back up to size, get them nice and healthy, so they can do the same thing again next year. If you guys have any questions, comments, go ahead and leave them below. You can shoot me a PM. Thanks for watching.